Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Segwipo, Jeju Island, South Korea for the gold medal game between Canada and the United States for all of the marbles. My name is Teddy Jenner, pleased to be joined alongside with the Aussie legend Tony Watts, and we'll get sideline commentary from Shundell Oliver at hydration breaks, halftimes, and post-game interviews. Tony, this is going to be a wonderful matchup. They already played once. It was a one-goal game. I don't expect anything different.
I don't either, mate, and it's great to be here on World Lacrosse TV for this gold medal game as the anthems are about to kick off. Keep out of the box, that's all I'm going to say.
Let's head to the main announcer here for anthems and starting lineups as we get you set for the gold medal contest.
One more time to hear that anthem.
Formalities out of the way. Let's get you those starting lineups just in case you didn't hear them. For Sean Nadelin's Team USA, who come into this game undefeated, only allowing 15 goals against. Starting in cage will be Anderson Moore, Owen Duffy, Timothy Shanahan, Charlie Packard, Robbie Hopper, Jack Spidell, Kyle Foster, Quentin Kilrain, and Sean Light. For Team Canada and Gary Gate, Grayson Manning, Parker Sorensen, Jack Oldman, Logan Fletcher, Sam Trumbull, Max Frateroli, Wyatt Wiggins, Lucas Littlejohn, Lucas Fraser, and Race DeChico. Getting you set for the gold medal matchup, USA versus Canada. The United States have only lost twice ever in this tournament. Both losses have been in the round robin. They've never lost in a gold medal game. Canada trying to upset the apple cart here this afternoon, earlier in the bronze medal game. Team Australia won their first ever medal in 23 years of trying, as they will take the bronze over Haudenosaunee with a 13-7 win, a dominating second half by the Crocs. I don't know if we'll have as wide a gap here in this one, Tony.
No, I think this is going to be an arm wrestle to the last minute, and maybe even in the last minute, mate. I'm tipping that we may go into extra time. So this is where I think this is heading. And as you say, Canada, 8 attempts, 0 wins. Is this their first?
Great crowd on the far side. Some of the Aussie fans sticking around. Some of the players from the other nations are still here. The United States fans to our left, the Canadian fans clad in red to our right. And this is going to be a phenomenal game from start to finish.
Very warm out here, conditions too. 32 degrees at the moment, give or take. And the humidity, well, it's about 73%, so it is hot out there, and these hydration breaks are going to be crucial, and we'll hear from our girl on the spot there, Shendell Oliver, during those hydration breaks.
32 degrees is about 62 plus 32, 96 degrees roughly Fahrenheit, if you do the quick math, Tony.
Hot.
Yeah, pretty much, hot.
3-letter word, hot.
So again, the United States only 15 goals against. They knock off Canada 7-6 in the tourney opener. They beat Haudenosaunee 14-3, beat Australia 18-1, shut out England 26-0 in the quarterfinals, and then a 19-5 win over the Haudenosaunee in the semis. Canada obviously losing 7-6 in the tournament opener. Knock off Australia 13-4, Haudenosaunee 13-8, beat Jamaica 21-1 in the quarters, and then another 13-5 win over Australia to set up a rematch of the last 4 gold medal games here at the World Juniors. Sean Nadelin's crew has been near perfect. They've run a near perfect competition. They're going to have to be near perfect again here to beat Gary Gates' Canada squad, who has gotten better as the tournament has gone on.
They have indeed, and I said it earlier in the call here, I think penalties will almost decide this. The team that ends up with the most penalties will lose this contest, and that's how close I think these two sides are. Teddy?
I think it's going to be a very important battle at the draw as well. Brady Wambach will be the first one out there for Team USA. He will be going up against Jack Oldman. Jack Oldman goes to The Ohio State University, and Brady Wambach goes to North Carolina. A lot of D1 athletes here in this game. Some talent from front to back, even on the benches, even guys that aren't able to play because they're the substitutes and the spares are extremely talented. The officials will get us underway. 4 15-minute quarters. We'll take hydration breaks at under 10 and under 5, and we're gonna need them. And we're probably going to need all 60 minutes of this one. Let's play for gold here in South Korea. Wambach wins the clamp, but Oldman will have first possession for Canada. Oldman, far side, Max Frateroli leads Team Canada with 15 goals and 20 points. He'll give it off to David Peterkin. Late man on is Luke Robinson. Tavares to Robinson. Now near side, Jared Masnick. Canada settling the offense. A couple good touches, trying to find the right matchup. Near side, Peterkin. One-on-one against Charlie Packard. Peterkin driving, shooting, and just missed the far side over the left shoulder of Anderson Moore. Backed up by Frateroli. Quick back up top, Luke Robinson. Thanks for tuning in here on World Lacrosse TV. Jared Masnick splits on the short stick, rolls underneath, gives it off to Lucas Littlejohn. Loaded up top, Tavares. Out of Mississauga, Ontario, goes to the University of Denver. Now Peterkin running downhill, lost his footing, loses possession. Charlie Packard caused the turnover. Spidell quickly to Erdman, and his pass doesn't connect. Running onto that one is Shanahan, and he's able to keep it in play. Shanahan under pressure from Parker Sorensen.
And Shanahan and Speedell, highest scorers for this USA team, respectively. They'll be looking to go through them a lot today.
Owen Duffy will orchestrate the offense, number 8. But you're right, Tony. Spidell has been a lethal shooter from that far side. The right-hander just loves to shoot the rock from the top of the island. Now here's Colin Cardilla. The main midfield threat will split, run to his left, skip it down Spidell. He wanted to shoot it, ball was in his feet. Loose ball, Rayo. Cardilla running, push down the alley, floats it through X, good handle, Duffy. Backside crash by Shanahan, he couldn't find it. And loose ball be picked up by Canada. DeChico lost his footing, but able to find Parker Sorensen.
So first offense there for the USA, just getting in on the cage, but not able to take it. And Canada, well, they'll clear this ball here.
They love to look backside as Duffy carries through X. Running is Grayson Thompson. One more bouncer, good handle, forced inside. Not able to grab onto that one was the Canadian attacker. Now running is Thomas Gravino.
Another turnover there. The pass is just on the feet at the moment. They need to get him up the tops in the sticks.
Which is funny because usually with these slippery balls, the balls have been going high out of sticks. So players might have tightened the shooting strings a little too tight.
Overcompensate.
Now here's Rhett Chambers. Jack Schultz. Back to Chambers. Little Larchmont, New York, goes to Providence College. Spidell loses it. Good pick up there by Canada. Lucas Fraser able to maintain possession, and he'll fire it back to Wyatt Wiggins.
Impressive on the ground there. Almost did a full roll. Gets up, able to keep the ball in his stick, and still has control.
DeChico gets across center. Short stick defensive midfielder. We'll give it off to Brendan Marino. Now Tavares, son of the Canadian legend John Tavares, cousin of the NHL John Tavares. But Justin Tavares looking to make a name for himself here on the international stage. Sawyer English. Got the short stick, Bergen on him, splits over the top, carries through the middle. Shot, bouncer. Good save there by the goaltender, Anderson Moore. Now Bergen trying to pick it up on the far side. English all over his hands. Good handle there by Bergen. Spidell quickly to Duffy. And both teams will change to the midfield. Anthony Rayo open down the middle. And Duffy won't force it inside. 5 minutes gone here. Hydration break coming. At the first full stoppage under 10 and first full stoppage under 5 of each quarter. Millen will get it back from Shanahan. Now Shanahan on the near wing. Extended pressure on Duffy. Back up to Millen. Millen splits across the top, trying to get his hands free, rolls off the pressure. One more, Shanahan. Great save, Grayson Manning. Grayson Manning, also a University of Denver product from Victoria, BC. Now Canada try to run. Oh, what a handle while he was on the ground.
Tell you what, I don't think you can practice those, Teddy.
Hayden Hiltz, great handle.
I don't think in all the coaching I've ever done, we've ever practiced catching a ball on the ground.
Here's Luke Robinson. Tavares. Late man Peterkin. He's got the short stick. Gravino matched up with him. Peterkin clears through. Robinson, watched there by Robbie Hopper. One of the best long poles in this entire tournament, if not the best. Whether he's been playing LSM or close D, 23 and white, has been a force. Here's Peterkin matched up with Thomas Gravino. Peterkin drives underneath, got a lane. Peterkin! Canada on the board. It's 1-0. Peterkin's 5th of the tournament.
Just see there on the replay as it will come up. Peterkin just gets under his short stick defender there. And you can see there, he put a meter on him and then just had no control of him whatsoever there, the USA defender. And when you're behind like that, you're always chasing. And that time the official is chasing the ball into the back of the net.
From Fenelon Falls, Ontario, David Peterkin has the opening goal here for Canada. Hydration break. Let's send it to the girl on the sidelines, everyone's favorite Aussie, Shandell Oliver.
What a game we have on our hands here at Jeju. I can't believe it, guys. Looking at the stats so far, took, 6 minutes to score that first goal in this game. Canada seem to have the aggressive competitive edge over the US right now. The momentum's certainly sitting with them. There's 2 calls, turnovers apiece, 3 shots from Canada and 1 shot from the US and 1 goal. So it's a great opening 6 minutes. So back to you boys in the box.
Thank you, Shandell. Got to give a shout out to the Coquitlam Junior Annex Minto Club, who are back-to-back Canadian champions, watching this game back home. Appreciate you fellas tuning in. 1-0 Canada, leading on a goal by David Peterkin. And I believe, I can't remember who scored the first one, but I believe it's the first time the Americans have trailed in this tournament.
There you go. And as the first goal scorer here for Canada is David Peterkin. And we've got a 1-0 ball game, but tight and fierce for the first 5 minutes of this contest. Don't expect anything less for the rest of this game.
Oldman, Wambach at the dot. Wambach will win it clean with the reverse exit. Tried to flip it up, picked up by Canada. That's Reese DeChico. Chico will slow things up as Canada changes through the midfield. In comes Brendan Marino.
Been very good for the Canadians in this offensive area, has Marino this week. And, as all the Canadians have.
Here's Rathwell. He's got the long stick. Quentin Kilrain matched up with him. Might want to try to find a better matchup with a short stick. Rathwell. As Oldman changes through center, quickly running down, tough pass to Sawyer English, short hopped him, and Canada can't afford those unforced turnovers.
And that's their fourth unforced turnover for the game at the moment, Canada, early in this first quarter.
He had English sprinting on. He had about, 2 yards on his defender. They just tried to catch him in the transition change. Pass was just in the feet. Now the Americans will try to tie things up here. Sean Nadelin's club will rotate and skip it through Rhett Chambers. It's back from Jack Schultz. Chambers driving down the far side, pushed out by DeChico. Tucker joins the double. Now back up top to Schultz. He's got the short stick. Schultz carries. Push back by Fraser. Step down, shot. Save Grayson Manning. Shot was right at his feet. Manning was able to control it. Keep things 1-0, 6:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Shendell Oliver, Tony Watts, Teddy Jenner, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching back home, give us a shout out on social media. I'm at Teddy Jenner. He's at Tony Watts 21. 71.
I wish I was that old, Teddy.
I know you do. We all do. We wish we were all young and spry like these young men out in the field. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'll give you any and all shout outs that we can during this game. I know it's rather late back home in North America, but we appreciate you staying up and watching with us. As the two best teams in this tournament will decide the best team in this tournament. Now David Peterkin, the goal scorer here in this one. Watched by Bergen, gonna drive underneath again. Peterkin skips it, Littlejohn surveys inside. And unable to handle that one was Max Frateroli. Good look inside on the cutter. But it bounced in and out of the stick of Frateroli. Now Gravino will get it across center.
And the US with some really good defense there. They saw him just pop off to the left-hand side. But as soon as that ball got fed, he was all over the hands and good dispossession.
Here's Shanahan. Watched by Sorensen. Gives it off. Now Brendan Millen. Swings it far side. Anthony Rayo. All-time leading point scorer in Long Island history for Anthony Rayo. Here's Brendan Millen. Millen will invert. Matched up there with Hayden Hiltz. Millen drives GLE. Skips up top Spidell. One more Rayo. Driving, shooting. Put it off target. And it'll be backed up by the Americans. 4:28 to go. Hydration break. A fantastic defensive battle here. 1-0 Canada leading. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship from Jeju, South Korea, here on Jeju Island.
So Teddy, out of the face-off, US are 1-1, so they're both going at 50% at the moment. Canada with 5 turnovers at the moment in this quarter. And while that pass into the center here to find it got knocked down, I'm going to call that a turnover in this game because it gives the opposition another chance. And USA, well, they're 3 shots apiece, but the only one that's hit the cage is the one there from David Peterkin. So 3 shots on cage. They're shooting at 33%. The US at the moment shooting at 0%.
Robert Hibbert says he's super excited for this game. He took his Irish hat off, put his Canada hat back on, cheering from the lake. Buddy Tino Farah watching in Calgary from the Founders Cup. Allison Dawson saying, let's go Canada. Shout out to the crew from Lacrossing Barriers tuning into this one.
And I've got Jojo on the line, a Jamaican supporter. She's been sending me messages all week. And she goes here cheering for the USA. Gold for the US, she says.
Nelson Vincent, let's go USA, cheering for Jameson and the Long Island boys. A watch party in Babylon.
Oh.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Love a good watch party.
And why wouldn't you want to be in Babylon?
It's not one of the greatest places in the world.
I think so.
1-0. Canada leading the United States here in the gold medal game.
Someone once wrote a song about that, By the Rivers of Babylon, and it must be a good place.
So they say. The American will start with it. Owen Duffy. Again, the orchestrator of this potent U.S. offense. Drives GLE. Jump shot. Might have gone off the bar. Manning might have got a piece of it, and Duffy took a heavy hit. He's slow to get up off the turf.
Yeah, very slow there, just landed without hands.
Driving at X, Roman Nuri. And then Parker Sorensen with a little slide help, knocks the ball loose, and a heavy chop. Ball still loose on the end line, picked up by DeChico, and they're gonna say a little aggressive there from Zach Tucker, and the Americans will regain possession here.
So good hard contest down the back there. Let the boys play, I say.
Here's Anthony Rayo. Rayo, far side. Now out the near side, Spidell. Everyone gets a touch for the Americans. Rayo looking to dodge on DeChico. He does, splits down the left-hand alley. One more through X. Skipped up top, Millen, what a dodge. Millen shoots, great stick save by Grayson Manning. But the ball will fall right to an American at X. That's Shanahan. Shanahan trying to run to GLE. Gets around the corner, another save by Manning. And Sorensen will pick up that loose ball. Swing it far side, Wyatt Wiggins. Now to Chico, runs past Spidell into the offensive zone. Under 3 to go here in the opening quarter. Canada still leading at 1-0. DeChico will leave it for Grayson Thompson.
Canada just sending on their substitutes here. A good offensive set, 1-0 still the scoreline.
Here's Rathwell to Thompson. Back to Rathwell. Can't flip it to Littlejohn as as Foster was extending out on him. Rathwell matched up with the short stick, trying to get underneath. He does, tucks his stick. Great save by Anderson Moore. Followed it with the hands, but Canada will get the reset. What a save by Anderson Moore, matching Grayson Manning at the other end. Now Rathwell. Will Erdman will chase him to the top. Thompson. Watched by Charlie Packard. Thompson got to be careful of the free hand. American bench screaming for the ward. Thompson splits, lost the stick. Thompson can't shoot it. Canada's got numbers here.
Broken stick.
Got to take advantage. Robinson, great save, man up ahead. It's Bergen. Transition for the U.S. Kyle Bergen, and then he can't find Spidell. But Spidell is able to keep this in play. Whistle.
Timeout, I believe, here, Teddy. Charge to the USA. So with 1 minute and 22 seconds left in the first, USA using their first of their 2 timeouts in this half.
Oh, and Canada missed a glorious opportunity when Charlie Packard's, the head of his stick came right off. And Grayson Thompson had a glorious opportunity to go right to net, but instead skipped it through X, and the pass to Robinson was just a little late. And they didn't take good advantage, and the shot from Robinson right into the stick of Anderson Moore.
So we
can't give easy possession to goaltenders like that.
Well, we've got 4 saves to the Canadian keeper, 2 to USA at the moment. But shots on cage, we've got 6 to the USA and 5 to Canada, with only 1 making it out of all of those into the back of the net.
It's been a fantastic defensive performance from both clubs here in the opening quarter. You wouldn't expect anything less between these two vaunted teams. You hear the American fans cheering on over there. Canadian fans will take their turn in momentarily, I'm sure. It's kind of like a European soccer crowd where one supporting group does their cheer and then the other supporting group will do theirs, and they just kind of go back and forth throughout the game. But an incredible crowd here on hand for the gold medal matchup. Again, the Australians knocking off the Haudenosaunee 13-7 in the bronze medal game.
I wonder what they're doing in the crowd. I wonder which way they're swaying at the moment, the Aussies. They're sitting right in the middle of the crowd up there. Maybe they're just the buffer to keep 2 teams apart.
Sounds about right.
I know the beers will be flowing up there, though, at the moment.
Oh, most definitely. Colin Cardilla will start with it for Team USA. Cardilla from Bridgewater, New Jersey, goes to Rutgers. Schultz skips it far side. Rowan Nuri. He's got the short stick. Check that, that's Cardilla, 88. Tried to flip it back to Spidell. Couldn't handle the pass, but he picks up that loose ball. Takes a good chop, gives it off to Schultz. Running on Fraser. Schultz across the top. Fraser keeps him to the outside. Good stick work there by the Canadian long pole. Now Cardilla running on DeChico. Rolls up to the island, flips it up. Schultz, one more. Chambers, missed on the short side. Backed up by Duffy. 30 seconds to go. And a running clock here in the opening quarter. Duffy from X. He'll run through a screen. Duffy still. You can hear the Canadian bench yelling for Cree. Shot from Duffy. Save Manning, might have got a piece of the crossbar. Quickly to X. Duffy again. Met by DeChico. Triple team. Duffy behind the net. Scores! Oh, he missed! How did he miss?
That has gone wide from the back of the net. And that will end it here, Teddy, right on the quarter time break. What an opportunity for Duffy.
Duffy had the triple team. Grayson Manning came out to pick the pass off. He missed it. It ended up in the stick of Spidell, and then his diving attempt somehow didn't make it to the back of the net, but after one quarter of play, Canada leads at 1-0. It's starting to heat up here in Jeju in the gold medal game on World Lacrosse TV.
세상의 필요는 바뀌니까. 동원은 건강한 식탁을 넘어 미래에 필요한 먹거리까지 키워냅니다. 필요가 바뀌면 답도 바뀌어야 하니까. 필요에 답하다. 동원.
슈퍼 고단백을 슈퍼 건강하게, 게다가 슈퍼 맛있어. 그래서 동원 참치.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
One nothing Canada leading on a goal by David Peterkin.
And Teddy, USA getting more shots off than Canada in that quarter. 10 shots off, and most of them coming out of the stick of Owen Duffy there, and no more important than that last one at the quarter time break as it was about to end up. Should have stuck that in the back of the net.
Every possession is vital here, as now we've played 15. 45 left to go. Shendell Oliver, Tony Watts, Teddy Jenner, thanks for tuning in here on World Lacrosse TV. A beauty matchup for the creator, playing here in the Hawaii of South Korea. Off the draw, Jack Oldman will win it for Canada. And now swung to the far side, Lucas Fraser. Off to Lucas Littlejohn. On comes Sawyer English, who was a late addition to this team when Colin French had to pull out. And English has been fantastic in any language. Here's David Peterkin. Sawyer running on Bergen, trying to get underneath. We'll roll back, give it off to Peterkin. Peterkin, watched by Thomas Gravino. Peterkin will wait until his teammates are in proper position. Now he'll go for a run down the left alley. Tucks underneath, bounce shot just over top. Backed up by Canada. Good job there by Max Frateroli to win that run out. Frateroli. We'll give it off to Justin Tavares. Little John sets his screen. Now Sawyer English matched up with Bergen again. Bergen extending well out. Peterkin trying to get possession. A little drive and a jab, and he'll have it now with Gervino all over him. Thomas Gervino from Victor, New York, and the University of Maryland has been a wonderful short stick defensive midi for Sean Natalin's crew. Driving underneath is Peterkin to GLE, trying to skip it out the back. Masnick will come back the way it came. Watched there by Sean Light. Masnick will give it off to Little John. Now Sawyer English.
This US defense, their long poles, tall and lanky, so they really can get out on hands fairly quickly.
They do cover a lot of ground. Sean Light, Robbie Hopper, Quentin Kilrain, and Kyle Foster have been the four main ones for Sean Natalin. Head coach, the defending champion, Cornell Big Red. Now here's Marino to Rathwell. Little John. And Marino will skip it to Rathwell on the far side, matched up with Gervino. Rathwell swims, trying to get underneath, will come back. Up top to Little John. Looked inside Masnick, doesn't force it. Back up top, Little John. Robinson, stall put on here for Canada. Got to keep it in the box. Robbie Hopper extending way out on Robinson. And good job by Robinson just to move that ball as Hopper was all over him.
Just tiptoed the white line there.
Keep it in, Marino. Keep it in. Hey, Robbie, we're trio.
Now far side running Rathwell. Looked to the rollback. Looked inside. Now Marino. Marino. Far side. Little John. Canada just kind of being extremely patient here.
Stall call still on though, so they can't forget that they can't come across that restraining line.
Marino, Rathwell.
Yellow. Yellow.
Back up top, Marino.
We're okay.
Little John.
We're okay.
Here's the coaching staff for Canada saying we're okay here. But might want to get away from the long stick matchup of Quentin Kilrain.
Help. Help.
Little John.
And the restraining line, sorry, Teddy.
And there it is. Kilrain popped it free, but luckily Marino was there for Canada. Up top, Little John. Rathwell. Inside, Robinson. One more. Marino driving, shooting, put it off the pipe. And a great job on the far side by Sean Light to win the run out. Ball moved up ahead. Hopper will flip it to Bergen. Bergen lost his footing. Fletcher's got to be careful not to take a penalty with a man on the turf. Now it's the far side, Shanahan. First real offensive possession here in the half for the in the quarter for the United States. Rowan Nuri to Anthony Rayo. Shanahan now at X with Owen Duffy. Duffy, 11 goals, 14 assists for 25 points. Second on Team USA. And this man, Spidell, has 29. Now Millen, up top Rayo, watched by DeChico. Rayo run downs the right alley, skips it to Duffy, one more Spidell. Nuri, back up top Millen, watched there by Parker Sorensen. Millen trying to get his hands free, double team comes. Ball rotation by the Americans. Rayo, Nuri. Duffy drives, couldn't flip the wrists, and he's slow to get up again, but good loose ball there by Shanahan. That was a good take by Owen Duffy as he drove the short side pipe. Shanahan rolling on to Chico, the short stick. Slide help comes from Tucker. Now he extends. Duffy, Wiggins on him. Duffy had a step. GLE tried to go 5-hole. They'll call him in the crease.
He's certainly becoming a bit of a danger down there for the USA and the Canadian defense. Duffy just able to get some space and really get close to the cage there, Teddy.
9:11 to go. Canada still leading. To Shandell Oliver on the sidelines.
5-minute possession and only took one shot. They were continuously subbing their offense through that set, but just didn't put anything away. They got a stall call. Then when they transitioned the ball, you could hear their coaches really asking to push the ride there. So definitely Canada with more possession. If we look at the possession time in the first quarter, it was pretty equally split. Canada had the ball for 7 minutes and 12 seconds, US for 7 minutes and 21 seconds. But this first quarter's been all Canada. They just need to get more aggressive on the cage and start to pull the trigger. Back to you, boys.
Thank you, Shondell. Kate's watching, saying, let's go USA. Nothing like watching lacrosse at midnight, rooting for the Long Island boys. My good friend Andy Watson watching back home. So is Steve Rhodes watching the gold medal game. Listening to me and Tony call the game, enjoying some single barrel bourbon, because I can't have one, so I appreciate you having one for me, as is Kara Anderson, cheering loudly for David Paterkin in Finland Falls, Ontario.
And I got Chewy's mum here, Teddy, watching the game in Victoria, BC, cheering for the Canadian goalie, Grayson Manning.
Rose City Rebels are watching their guy, Lucas Littlejohn. A bit of a night shift in Calgary. Canada leading at 1-0. They'll start with possession back in their own zone with Parker Sorensen. He's been Canada's best long pole in this tournament.
9:11 in the game clock.
So Grayson Manning slowly move it. Near side, Wyatt Wiggins. Inside feed, good handle, Peterkin. And then one more flipped over to DeChico. DeChico will give it to Peterkin and head through midfield for a change.
I said that arm wrestle early, and we're now into the 20 minutes gone here in this game. We've got one goal on the board.
It's been a tightly defended matchup. Both goaltenders, Anderson Moore and Grayson Manning, have been outstanding. Now here's Grayson Thompson trying to turn the corner. Good defense from Will Erdman. Thompson still with it. Still with Erdman all over him.
And Canada really taking some patient sets here down in their offensive end. They had a stall call put on last time, and there might be another one coming shortly here.
Yeah, Luke Robinson running on Mike Marshall. Pass inside to Peterkin, doesn't connect. Can Canada find the loose ball? No, they cannot. It'll be the U.S. with Charlie Packard. Good loose ball by Charlie Packard. Out of Hingham, Massachusetts. And a spider down to the University of Richmond. There's Spidell.
Second turnover for the quarter for Canada in their offensive end.
Cardilla, Spidell. Now up top, Jack Schultz. Schultz with Hayden Hiltz on him. Near side, Cardilla. Back up top to Schultz. Does he want to run? He does. Down the right alley. Skipped it to X, Duffy. One more Spidell. All the way through the backside, Rhett Chambers. He's going to attack. Chambers skipped up top. Cardilla puts in his left. Great overhead check by Lucas Fraser. Now he's going to run. Fraser to the long pole. Transition for Canada. Fraser to the rack. Fraser, great save, Anderson Moore.
No way! No way!
And they've given that to the USA as a first on. I don't know, I'm sitting a long way away, but I could have sworn that there was a Canadian closest to the line there.
Great effort on the run out by the American long pole. I believe that was Quentin Kilrain. Oh, race the Canadians. Now the U.S. with possession. Great opportunity in transition by Lucas Fraser, but unable to beat Anderson Moore, who continues to play stellar between the pipes. Here's Spidell.
Hey, Texas!
Rowan Nuri to X with Duffy, matched up by Wyatt Wiggins. Duffy will run off a Nuri screen, now picked up by Tucker, drives GLE, gets the double team, skips it far side, good handle there by Rayo, then DeChico knocks it out of his stick. DeChico Pressured on the far side. Can he keep this in play? Great little goose to an open man, and then it's flipped to the defender. And now to Grayson Manning, near side Wyatt Wiggins. Great hustle there by Reese DeChico.
Really good skill set there under pressure to work in really tight areas. And Canada, through that, will head the ball up here into offense.
English across center. Give it off to Chris Rathwell. Thomas Gravino will watch Rathwell as close as he can. 5 minutes to go here in the half. Still just a 1-goal game here in the gold medal match. Frederoli swings it far side. English has a long pole hopper in him. Now he'll switch on to Gravino. Roll back, good stick by Hopper. English has it. Canada will call a timeout. 4:36 to go. Timeout, Canada.
Canada called the timeout, and there is still a hydration break to come here at the 5-minute mark, which is about where we are. Both teams at the moment with 1 shot and 2 shots respectively on the cage. That was a great save down there from the keeper in Anderson Moore, 1-on-1 with the long stick. We know how hard that is when the long sticks get that close.
Mama Dio watching from Victor, New York. Appreciate you tuning in. Good friend Paul Sally taking in this game. And yes, Paul, I do know you. You can tell your wife that is true. And Lisa Banfield and the entire family watching from Victoria, cheering on Grayson Thompson.
And, having a good game, Grayson Thompson hasn't had that much work at the moment. Only seen about 7 shots, but he's had to make 5 saves out of those 7 shots. So
it happens. You're getting Grayson Thompson mixed up with Grayson Manning.
Oh, sorry, Am.
It happens.
It's all Grayson to me here in the commentary box.
So Sean Natalin's crew will break the huddle and try to get this ball back from the Canadians. It has just been as defensively tight as I've seen a field lacrosse game in a long, long time.
I think what it was, Teddy, the other night I had a game on the outer field, and the attacker actually went into the cage because they named another goal. He didn't get suited up, but he made 2 saves and then came down and scored a goal as he got changed. So I'm getting mixed up with attackers and goalies.
Fair enough, it happens.
This game.
It has been an incredible week. This is day number 10. And I believe it's like game 46 or 47.
I reckon we are out to game number 60.
60. I wasn't even close.
You know what? It's and they've gone by so quickly,
they have been.
Haven't they?
Just think back to last Friday when we had those opening games and you thought to yourself, man, is Championship Sunday ever going to get here?
We blinked our eyes.
Yeah, it's just been a blink and it's happened that fast. Shout out to the entire World Lacrosse staff and crew who've been able to put this on. The Korean lacrosse crew who have been helping out with all the teams, keeping everybody hydrated, bringing in giant blocks of water and case after case of ice and water and hydration drinks, getting the fans in the tents and making sure everyone's having a great time. It has been an extremely well-run tournament, and we're almost done, but not quite. We still got some lacrosse left to play.
A little
here.
bit of lacrosse to go, and we can't also forget, you know, these officials have been magnificent throughout the week, and one of the men who sits over there and assesses it, Mr. Spike Decker, he's been doing a fantastic job all week as well. He wanted a quick shout out.
Yeah, I guess we can shut off the refs. They're all right.
Speaking from a box player right there.
Here's Grayson Thompson going to run through X. Watched by Erdman. Good off to Frederoli. Back to Grayson Thompson. Going to work a 2-man game with Luke Robinson. Not quite. Sean Wilkins reorganizing the offense. Now he'll run. Thompson trying to turn the corner. Gets to the center of the field. Good defense there by Erdman. And so impressed with number 10. And now Duffy and the Canadian pull down here. Wyatt Wiggins saying hello to one another, away from the eyes of the referee. And now the Americans are going to run on the turnover. Charlie Packard. Packard running on Peterkin, shoots it, save Manning. Might not even made it on target, loose ball. Good man ball there by Robbie Hopper as he knocked Thompson to the turf.
Jack Olsen just getting in the way of that shot there, Teddy. Protecting your keeper, that's what you want from defenders, isn't it? As he's just taken a knee for him.
Just making sure goaltender can see. Now here's Colin Cardilla, top center for the Americans. Just over 3 minutes to go in the half. Rhett Chambers.
Still a one-goal ball game. I'd like to go back to the record books and see what it would be in this sort of weather with a 1-0 ball
Shanahan
game.
spinning on Parker Sorensen, takes a couple good chops. Cardilla, X with Duffy. Backside skip pass. Rhett Chambers. Chambers runs across the top. Cardilla wants it, he'll get it. He's got the short stick Trumbull on him. Cardilla now matched up with Peterkin. Cardilla splits. And now they're going to change. They'll bring Charlie Packard off and bring on Jack Schultz, number 52. Schultz trying to run with a head of steam on Trumbull. Trumbull lost his stick. Schultz skip past one more. Great save, Manning. Manning will give it off to Peterkin. He'll throw far side to Chico. Great opportunity for the Americans as the stick of Sam Trumbull crumpled in half.
That's the heat and the pressure out here at the moment, Teddy. And a great save in there from the, that time, I'll get it right, the keeper.
Didn't even say his name. You can't get it wrong when you just say his position. There's Justin Tavares.
Grayson Manning with a great save there.
Put off to Justin Tavares. Tavares gonna run on Bergen. One more. Oh, and that's a tough pass running downhill. Now the ball will be loose on the far side. Thomas Gravino. Tough handle there for Rathwell. Now the Americans will have it with 80 seconds to go in the half.
Can they get a goal here with the last 80 seconds and try and tie it up? I can't remember a time when the US would have been kept to a clean sheet to a half-time in any game.
Here's Anthony Rayo. Nuri, back to Rayo. Late man on for Team USA is Brendan Millen. Rayo to Millen, DeChico out to him. Spidell, Nuri at X on the invert. Nuri running on Hiltz. Comes back strong side, tries a shot on the short side, takes a heavy hit. No, and then a late flag thrown.
And the USA bench here, Teddy, to our right, while you were watching that play, was screaming for that flag. And they get that flag from the official.
It was a little late, Tony. I'm not going to disagree with you there. That's a good throw by the official. The Canadians are always going to want to lay the body whenever they get a chance. That one was just a couple seconds late.
And a 1 minute major penalty there, so we're under the minute mark here. USA with a big opportunity as they go into half time.
I think they got to try to go to the goal here and still try to get one. You don't want to sit on it and hold for possession. Here's Duffy. Cardilla. Duffy flashes through the middle. Millen, Chambers, Shanahan, back to Chambers. Spidell's in the middle. Cardilla, Duffy looking for Spidell. Canada sticks on him. One more, Spidell, and he scores! Just that brief space for Spidell, and he stings it past Manning. 1-1's your score. 13 seconds remaining here in the opening half.
Well, just worked at a treat and found the man there, Jack Spidell, in the crease. Didn't need much room at all. Just turned around. And you can see there the ball gets fed to him on his right hand. And USA get their first of the game with about 30 seconds to go in the game.
Such a quick release from Jack Spidell.
1-1 ball game as we near the halftime whistle.
Issa Talcott, New York, goes to Harvard. Oldman trying to win that draw. Hayashi all over him. Oldman's going to win it. Canada calls timeout. with 7 seconds to go, Canada will have what should be the final possession of the half and a chance to take a 2-1 lead.
And Teddy, if you told me that there was only going to be 4 face-offs for the game till half-time, I probably would have laughed at you in this game, but that's where we are at the moment.
I'd have laughed at me too, Tony.
Well, and the man there for Canada, Jack Olben, he's won 3 of them.
He has been fantastic. He's gone up against both Wambach and Hayashi here in this game as the Americans send the double threat to the face-off dot. But now Canada will try to draw something up here late in the half with 7 seconds to go. 7.9 now, so nearly 8 seconds to go in the half. Plenty of time. If you know Jamison Wong and what he can do with less than 4 seconds, he scored a 200-foot goal for China a couple nights ago. Threw it from his crease. The Chinese Taipei goaltender missed it, ended up in the back of the net, and Jamison Wong ended up the #1 play on ESPN SportsCenter.
Well, you know the other thing you can do in 8 seconds, Teddy? Ride a bull and win a competition.
That's
so,
true story.
True story that.
Sometimes I wonder where your mind's going with things, and that is a logical thing. 8 seconds, you're very right. That is a full ride in a bull riding competition. But with 32 seconds left, Canada down a man, and they'll send Sean Light and Quentin Kilrain to double the ball here and see if the Americans can't cause a turnover of David Peterkin. And again, they won't be able to go back across center, so Peterkin now almost triple teamed with Robbie Hopper floating through the midfield. Now Peterkin's just gonna have to run.
He's gonna have to hang on, ball goes loose.
And it's picked up by Sean Light. He'll give it to Spidell. And they won't have time, but they will hold possession. They'll get it to start the second half. 1-1 is your score. We never thought we'd have seen that here between these two clubs, but that's just how close it is. Shandell Oliver, he's Tony Watts. My name is Teddy Jenner. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship from Segwipo, South Korea. And we'll send it to Shandell, hopefully with the player interview momentarily here. Just waiting for her to have somebody to talk to.
Who do you grab, Teddy, in a 1-all ball game?
Somebody, anybody.
So Peterkin maybe.
Maybe.
First
maybe
goal scorer.
Peterkin.
Why not?
Yeah, you just never know. But we will wait and see. It's been a, like I said, a fantastic defensive battle for both clubs. Grayson Manning and Anderson Moore have been wonderful between the pipes. And still just waiting for Shandell to have somebody. She's got Jack Spidell with her. And let's go to midfield with Shandell Oliver.
I'm joined here by Jack Spidell at halftime. Jack, you're having a great game. Got that one on the board and the man up. What do you think's working really well for the team so far?
You know, I think we're just trying to get into the groove right now, and our chemistry is really starting to get together. So we're going to start rolling on offense, and we're save the defense.
Yep. And what adjustments do you think the team need to make to start getting on top of this game? Obviously, 1 goal apiece at the half. I've never seen a game like this in a long, long time. What do you think you've got to do to get the edge over the Canadians?
Just focus on us. That's all.
Yep. Great. Well, thanks so much, Jack, for your time. Get back to your team, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Man of few words, but a man of poignancy is Jack Spidell. Halftime 1-1 Canada USA. We'll be back on World Lacrosse TV.
Summer, let's take a ride.
포장재부터 제품까지 1000번의 생각을 담다. 안심 동원 샘물. 안심 동원 샘물이 선수들의 안전 플레이를 응원합니다.
진짜 힘들어서 다들 금방 뻗거든요. 린티 마시면 너무 좋다고 다들 찾는 거예요.
야, 너만 마시냐?
뛰는 게 달라요.
운동 갈 때 꼭 챙기세요. 마셔봐서 압니다. 링티.
Welcome back to Gongcheonpo Training Center here in Saegwipo, Jeju Island, South Korea. Shendell Oliver, Tony Watts, Teddy Jenner with you. Thanks for joining us here on World Lacrosse TV. What a phenomenal first half of lacrosse that we just had. 2 entire goals. One from David Peterkin, one from by Jack Spidell. And it has been a goaltender's duel. But for the United States, Anderson Moore's afternoon is done, and Patrick Jamieson will make his way in between the pipes for the United States.
Is that, Teddy, just to try and open up the goal scoring here? No, nothing against the US keeper here. He's done a fantastic job. That's not what I meant by that.
That's just been their MO all tournament. Half and half, just letting each guy play 30 and see where the chips fall.
And that's really good. You know what? You've run with that mojo for the whole tournament. Why change it now? Again, I don't think I've seen a 1-all ball game at a half.
Americans will start with possession, end on the man up, trying to take their first lead of this game. Here's Millen. Chambers, shot from Shanahan, bounce over top of the cage. And Canada is going to get the run out with Logan Fletcher. And the penalty is over, so we're back to 6 aside. And the ball will be rolled here all the way here to the near side. Wyatt Wiggins, who's had a fantastic game, marking both Duffy and Spidell. Back to Grayson Manning. Manning near side. Luke Robinson runs past his man, flips it up, Rathwell. Rathwell watch party is on in Elora, Ontario. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Also got a shout out Tracy Koluski and the Evolve program, who have 10 players from their club team and their travel team here playing for Team Canada. So a great program done by one of the Peterborough legends in Tracy Koluski. Now Canada trying to find their first shot on target. There's Jared Masnick. Haven't mentioned his name a whole lot in this one. Matched up with the short stick Gravino. Littlejohn back to Masnick. Masnick floats it up top, Rathwell. Masnick will clear out. Rathwell will run on Bergen. Shot from a tough angle. Great save, Patrick Jamieson. Loose ball picked up by the U.S. Robbie Hopper trying to run. Picks that one up off the bounce. Peterkin chasing him down. Hopper. Spidell rang it off the pipe. And then Canada picks it up, Hayden Hiltz. And no numbers for the red and white, so Gary Gates' crew will circle back and change through the midfield with Lucas Fraser giving off to Max Frateroli. Great chance there for Spidell on the transition run by Robbie Hopper, but the bounce shot hit Grayson Manning's skinny orange friend. Now Marino out of the box. Gives it off to Masnick. Again matched up with Thomas Gravino. Masnick, shimmy and shake, carries across the top. Good defense by Gravino, just sitting in his back pocket. Masnick will reset. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the opening moments of the third quarter. Masnick skips to Littlejohn. Thought he was going to fire that one, but didn't. Gives it right back to Masnick. Marino going to run on Bergen. Good defense again by the American short sticks. Marino push down the alley, skip to Littlejohn. Sawyer English, now Sean Light way out on him. English wisely skips it over to Marino. to Maznik, number 1. Maznik lowers the shoulder into Gravino.
So Teddy might see a stall come here. They've been pretty quick to put him on. But I tell you what, there's no holes in this USA defense at the moment, so that's why they can't get through.
English running on light. One more. Maznik couldn't handle the pass. Flag down. And the Canadians will get their first man advantage of this contest as Sawyer English took it to the rack. I think the Canadian bench might be asking for a couple penalties here. There are a number of flags on the turf.
So as the officials here just have a chat about whether they got the same penalties right, I'd expect to see a minor penalty here for a push. But we'll wait, as we don't like to guess these things as much as we love it.
2-minute illegal body check on Thomas Gravino, number 34. A massive, massive opportunity here for Canada.
So we saw in the game the first time they played, Teddy, there was about the same thing. There was a 2-minute penalty. The US scored 2 goals in that 2-minute penalty and won the game 8-7. Is this Canada's opportunity?
Here's Luke Robinson. And they're going to say ball's going to have to start on the far side with Justin Tavares. Tavares to Robinson. And a bit of a 1-3-2 set here for Canada. Robinson, Tavares, Maznik's in the middle. Little John and Frateroli patrolling goal line extended. Peterkin, Robinson back to Peterkin. One more, Maznik, one more, inside, one more, great save! Patrick Jamieson. Maybe too many one mores from Team Canada. Now Canada's got to do a little pressure, get this ball back here. Light to Jamieson. Flag thrown. And I'm going to say a 30-second interference call on Canada, David Peterkin. So that'll give possession to the U.S. in the offensive zone, and we'll play 5-on-5 for 30 seconds. And that's an unfortunate break for the Canadians, but again, Tony, I think just one too many passes on that set. A couple guys had clean looks. They wanted the one right inside, but a fantastic save by Patrick Jamieson.
Jamieson there on fire since he's been in. He's had 2 saves already and none better than that one. But you're right, Teddy, that last pass before it went in had a 45 shot about the same distance, and yeah, should have put it away.
So the Americans are just going to sit on this. Now there's just 10 seconds remaining on the Canadian minor. And the clock will just continue to tick here. So Canadian penalty released. DeChico will step across center.
What you don't want to do is give away another penalty here.
Running is Cardilla. He'll skip it down the backside. Good handle, Shanahan. Shanahan watched by Parker Sorensen. 30 seconds remaining on the 2-minute major to Gravino. And the ball knocked free and it falls to Grayson Manning. So short time here on the MO for Canada. DeChico will float it up top, Fraser. Down the far side, Frateroli. 8 seconds. Tavares, Frateroli, and he hit a body in front. And the Americans are going to have the run out. And a great soak in front by the American D.
And Jamieson really happy with that set of defense there. Was right in front of the crowd, getting them pumped.
So we're back to 6 aside. Charlie Packard in the offensive zone. Ball run through X. Spidell. Running on Zach Tucker. Now Duffy. Way up top, gives to Rayo. Now Duffy will head back towards his usual home behind the cage. Anthony Rayo. Near side Schultz. Now Shanahan. Duffy shut off at X. Schultz will move it to Rayo.
So hydration break on the next dead ball here, I think.
Rayo going to run on Hiltz.
Get back! Down backside! Down the backside!
Canadian showed the jump, skipped through the X. Schultz. Now the far side. Up top, Spidell. Shanahan runs across the top, takes a shot, missed the net. Backed up by Duffy. And then Duffy went down, maybe trying to draw a call from the official.
Great trail check there as the hydration break comes here. Those Canadian defenders, as he released his hands here, got a massive trail check.
Let's go to Shandell Oliver between the benches for the hydration update. Shandell.
So Canada is currently controlling possession in this game, even when the officials are putting the stall call on. The Canadians' offense are used to playing in tighter spaces due to their box lacrosse experience. Both teams with a penalty there. The 2-minute penalty for the US didn't actually let Canada get on the board, but we're back to 6-on-6 now. They've got to start hitting the twine. It's just a really slow game possession. US starting to get a little bit more possession just before we came to the water break. But 1 goal apiece. I've never seen a championship game like it. Back to you in the box.
Thank you, Shandell.
As the two teams go through their hydration break here, and it is that arm wrestle we talked about early. Teddy, their hands are still stuck up, top, middle, and no one's quivering yet. As the two teams just really try and feel each other out here. And the US starting to get a little bit more offense down here. And Canada probably had the better of the opportunities, but shut out there by their keeper, who has just come in the cage and always tough at half time, and Patrick Jamasane.
Yeah, and it's always tough to, you come into a game and you've got a scout on one goaltender, and then you see the second goaltender come in, so messes with shooters' hands a little bit. But Patrick Jameson has been phenomenal, as has Grayson Manning, who's been between the pipes the entire game for Canada. Brendan Millen will start with it for the Americans at the back, 45.
Who's going to open this game up, though? Who's going to pop the effective cork here and really start to let the wine flow?
8 minutes to go. Millen to X, gets past his man, shot, just put it wide on the short side. Millen was able to get a half a step on DeChico. Now up top, Colin Cardilla. Spidell, Cardilla, gonna run, and now in the crease, called on the Americans. Possession to Canada. Running is Trumbull. Got a trailer in DeChico. But DeChico will slow things up and not force it, as Mike Marshall was quickly back into the defensive set. Trumbull matched up with Cardilla. They'll both go for a change. On comes Erdman and Peterkin. DeChico will run towards Peterkin, give him the pass, head across center. Now Grayson Thompson. See, it's not easy.
I get it. I've already been there today.
And I know both of those kids. Here's Peterkin across the top. Turns the corner. Frateroli up top. One more. Low to high. Scores! Lucas Littlejohn.
Well, someone had to break the effective stall here on the goalie, on people putting balls in the back of the net. And Littlejohn there, see on the replay, long stick down here, great quick pass there, and just from the 45, fires one. And Teddy, we're halfway through the third term, it's a 2-1 ball game.
2-1 as Lucas Littlejohn gets his 8th of the tournament, and the good extra pass from Lucas Fraser, the long pole, who was still in the offensive end of the field. 6:54 to go. A tight defensive ball game here for goal. Oldman trying to win this draw for Canada against Hayashi. Hayashi had his stick checked, loose ball, still battling. Tucker pokes it free. Hopper can't find it. Now he will. And Hopper steps out of bounds. Good play there by Lucas Littlejohn. And then Hopper hits DeChico.
Hits DeChico. Flag's been seen the other side. So USA are going to be in a penalty situation here.
This is my question a lot of times with officials. How does the guy 2 feet away not call it, but the official 30 yards away calls it?
I will say I have an answer for that, Teddy.
Please do.
There's 3 officials out there, and they're actually watching space, not necessarily play.
Fair enough, I get that.
He may have been watching space in a different area, and that's why they have the 3 in a triangle. So while we see someone on the opposite side call it, he is the man that is actually watching that play. And number 1, they got it right because they found it.
True enough. So Canada will start here on the man up. David Peterkin is that penalty is a 1 minute penalty to Robbie Hopper. Can Canada take advantage, leading it 2-1. Little John. Peterkin from Robinson. They'll switch to the little flip. Skip Mazdet out the backside. One more inside, scores! Lucas Littlejohn, 2 straight. And the extra man goal, and Canada leads at 3-1.
Well, I asked who was going to pop the cork of this to let the wine flow, and the man of the moment right now who brings it out to a 2-goal ball game is Lucas Littlejohn.
Now Canada, a big celebration after that goal, Tony, but they got to remain level-headed. They can't get too ahead of themselves. Still plenty of lacrosse to be played in this game. A 2-goal lead is great, but it's not enough against this American team.
No, I have a favourite saying in life when I coach, Teddy, that history is written by someone willing to pick up a pencil. And Lucas Littlejohn, well, he's picked up the pencil right now to try and write a little bit of history here for Canada.
Oldman at the dot, up against Hayashi. Oldman goes early. Possession of the United States with 40 seconds to go on the penalty to Hopper. Here's Cardilla. They'll give it to Shanahan. Slow double coming here. Floated up Cardilla. Cardilla on the far side, 10 seconds on the penalty to Robbie Hopper. Canada will just let the United States kill the time. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Back-to-back goals from Lucas Littlejohn. As Gary Gates, Canada up 2 goals on Sean Nadelin's team, 3-1. Thanks for joining us here on World Lacrosse TV. Shendell Oliver, Tony Watson, my name's Teddy Jenner. Thanks for watching and tuning in wherever you're watching from.
Not only is it hot on the ground here, Teddy, the fans up there, they are starting to get their voice.
There's Duffy running at GLE. Inside feed, Spidell couldn't handle it. Cardilla couldn't find that loose ball. Now pressing out on him is Lucas Fraser. Nice handle there by Shanahan. Shanahan, Rayo couldn't handle the pass. Ball loose. And then Canada's Zach Tucker had his stick knocked out of his hands. What's the call? Flag thrown. And things are getting a little testy here, as expected, between Canada and the United States. 4:36 to go. Hydration break. And when we come back or we settle in, we'll figure out what the penalties are here, Tony.
It is getting tight and tough here. And as you say, the penalties are just starting to flow a little bit. And we did say, keep out the box and you'll probably stand a better chance.
So the referees are talking this one through. I'm not sure if the initial call was a loose ball push or not. Here's a look in the replay. There's Tucker losing his twig.
Was there a push on him after that play? Just looking here.
There's a slash. And here's the call from the official. Looks like it's going against Canada.
Slash on Canada.
It is going to be a 1-minute slashing call on Canada. You're correct, Tony.
Well, that probably still puts the US up in the penalty count, but only just. And we said that whoever has the least penalties will probably end up on top in this game. And it looks like the US will have an opportunity in this offensive end to try and get one back and bring it back to a 1-goal ball game. After Canada, in about a minute and a half period, put a big wedge in this scoreline, which didn't take much at 1-1.
So just over 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. The United States on the EMO. It'll start with Jack Spidell, the lone goal scorer for Team USA. He'll skip it to Nuri, get it right back. Shanahan in the middle of the defense. Shanahan flips out, Seidel in the middle, Millen, Chambers. Chambers, Millen, one more, the extra. Great save, Grayson Manning on the low to high shot. And then Manning will try to find it, and they'll call interference on Sam Trumbull.
So turning the ball over here. Great save there from the keeper in Grayson Manning.
Cardilla, Millen, near side Chambers. Shanahan, X to Duffy, all the way around the horn. Millen, Chambers, Spidell floating in the middle. All right, he's on the backside, skipped it one more. How'd he stay out of the crease? Good job there by Jack Spidell. Cardilla bounce shot, save Manning. And Manning will give it to Trumbull. He runs right into Millen. And then able to spin away from Trumbull. Penalty release, back to 6 aside. Grayson Manning will take his time here. 3:20 to go. Luke Robinson will leg it across center.
And a 3-1 ball game with 3 minutes to go. And Canada with possession here, Teddy. Another one.
Robinson gives it off to David Peterkin, watched by Gravino. Peterkin got to be careful not to use that free hand as a ward. He loses Gravino. David Peterkin, step down shot, put it wide. And it'll be backed up by Littlejohn.
We've noticed here today, Teddy, that people are losing their feet as this heat really does come onto this surface.
There's Max Frateroli. Heavy pressure there from Sean Light. Frateroli, Light tried to lift. Frateroli, Peterkin. He almost loses his footing with Gravino right on him. Again, American bench screaming for a ward on David Peterkin. That time, I think he did get away with one. Peterkin keeps his feet moving. Gravino trying to pride check. Brendan Marino trying to get open, he does. And Marino will give it off to Justin DeVere. Got to be careful around that midfield line. He's got Kyle Bergen chasing him.
1 minute 46 in the quarter.
If there was a shot clock, it'd be at 0 by now. Here's Justin Tavares. Tavares running, splitting, shooting! Loose ball. Oh, and Canada couldn't find it. Good save, Patrick Jamieson. Max Frateroli was sniffing around the crease, but couldn't find that loose ball. Oh, and then Luke Robinson knocks it down and picks it off for Canada. Tiptoes the line, and he stepped out of play.
So the ball will have to come to the outer side there.
70 seconds remaining here in the third. Canada still leading it by 2, 3-1. Bergen to Anthony Rayo. Rayo, Spidell, he'll get it right back from Duffy. Back to Rayo. Late man on is Rowan Nuri. Near side Rowan Nuri. Watched there by Hayden Hiltz. Nuri splits out of Kennett Square and Cornell University. Up top Rayo. Running with a head of steam on the long pole. Anthony Rayo lost it, goes right to Shanahan. Shoots it, save Manning.
Manning's been huge in the cage. 15 seconds left and a penalty on the play. Ball will go loose, Canada. If they hold this ball, we'll start the quarter with the ball.
Canada, we got to be careful not to take it unsportsmanlike as Trumbull's fired up for the red and white.
How good is Grayson Manning down in the cage today? That is another big save there.
And here's the call from the officials. It's going to be a 1-minute slashing call in the United States. And Grayson Manning had a very tough decision to make. His club team back home, the Victoria Shamrocks, had a chance in the BC Finals to possibly win it and go to the Minto Cup. But he decided, you know what, I need to be on this Team Canada team for a chance to be a world champion. He left in the middle part of that series, and here he is showing why he made that decision with his play between the pipes for Team Canada. He has been outstanding in this game so far. Canada just going to hold on to it. Third quarter comes to an end. It's a 2-goal lead for Canada after 45 minutes.
And Canada with the ball in their stick with a penalty in the box. They will not even have to worry about it contesting a face off because they are going to hold ball in the fourth quarter with a 3-1 lead.
You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's Under 20 Championship from Sagwipo, Jeju Island, South Korea, right here on World Lacrosse TV.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을. ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation.
Welcome to a new era of lacrosse.
At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together.
Join the journey,
and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
Welcome back to field number 1 here at the Gong Chen Po Training Center. Canada leading the United States 3-1 with 15 minutes of regulation to play. They'll start with the ball on the man up. Shendell Oliver, Tony Watts. My name's Teddy Jenner. Really do appreciate you tuning in here on World Lacrosse TV.
Canada with 15 minutes to do what they've never ever done in an under-20 World Championship. Teddy saying, don't say that, it's commentator's curse.
Canada on the MO. Skip through X. Carried up high. Peterkin. Robinson. Back to Peterkin. 30 seconds on the major penalty. Here's Lucas Littlejohn, who has the latest 2 goals for Canada. Skip past the backside. Scores! Frateroli! What a pass!
And just setting the crowd alight on the outer side, the red and white there, all over Frateroli as Canada almost break this game open 4-1.
Still lots of lacrosse left to be played. See if we can get a look at that replay. Watch this skip pass from Peterkin. Frateroli all alone on the backside. Good catch, good release.
Just finds the low hole and pops it in.
His 16th and team leading 16th of the tournament.
And Canada, Chad comes around this beautiful field here.
Ball loose on the turf, whistle blown. Oldman comes away without a holding call called on Canada. So Wambach will move it far side. Jack spied out. Still the lone goal scorer here for Team USA. The message at the break from Team USA was everybody dig in. The last 15 minutes together as a group. Leave it all out. There is no tomorrow. Do they have the comeback in them? I know they do. Can they pull it off though? Here's Jack Schultz. Cardilla swings it far side, Brendan Millen. He loses footing against the Chico. Millen keeps his feet moving. Good job there by Millen. That was a shot, I believe. And Canada won't win the run out. They'll say possession here with Owen Duffy. Duffy watched by Wyatt Wiggins. Duffy runs through a screen, keeps his feet moving. Inside, good look. Oh, load up the pipe and in. Colin Cardilla. Big goal for the U.S. And that's how quickly they can attack, especially when it's led by number 8, Owen Duffy.
And the goal scorer there, Colin Cardilla, just managed to get some space in the center of that crease, given that there hasn't been much given by either of these defenses in this game. And a 4-2 ball game now sets the USA guys alight.
And that's where the American team is so successful when Owen Duffy drives. Just people cutting through the middle, sticks open. Duffy's so good at finding sticks. And that time, Cardilla with the catch and release, put it far piping in past Manning. Wambach and Oldman on the draw. And Oldman will come away with it. Oldman got to be careful with that free hand, picked up by Brady Wambach. And then he'll flip it to the goaltender. Now a little momentum and a little energy surge here for Sean Nadelin's club. Sean Light will give it off to Rhett Chambers. He steps into the offensive zone. Wiggins extends out on Duffy. And now the USA chant again picks up from the fans on the far side. Late man in is Schultz. He'll find the goal scorer, Cardilla. Matched up with Reese DeChico. Cardilla splits, carries, off to Schultz. Tucks it. And again, trying to find Duffy, but Wiggins extends again. Chambers on the far side against Trumbull. Millen load a high save, Manning. Outlets to Zach Tucker. Up ahead, Trumbull. Got to be careful of guys chasing him from behind. Trumbull gets across center, and the Canadian offense will slow things down.
Another big save there from the keeper in Grayson Manning.
12 minutes to go in regulation. 2-goal game. As good as it gets here between Canada and the United States. English watched by Erdman. English playing a little hide and seek. Skips it off Frateroli. Extending out on him was Kilrain, who's had a wonderful tournament. Now Mazdic spins, keeps his feet moving, tucks it, good trail check. And loose ball handled there by Littlejohn. Here's Sawyer English. Watched by Erdman. English drives, fakes it, keeps his feet moving. Bouncer scores! Sawyer English!
Sawyer English there getting down this left-hand pipe through the right-hand alley. And just a little cradle to look inside. Defender steps off. And Sawyer English fires it down low on the keeper. And away it goes, and another goal here for Canada.
Yeah, that little stick fake got Mike Marshall to bite, open up the alley for English, and he fired it low past Patrick Jamieson. 5-2's your score as we approach 10 minutes in regulation.
So the hydration break isn't far off here either.
Interesting to see what Shondell Oliver has for us when we go to her between the benches. Clamp by Wambach. Running onto that loose ball, eventually be picked up by Bergen. Jamison, near side, Anthony Rayo. Dodges away from a Canadian slash. And now Rayo will slow things up.
We've seen the US score quite quickly at times in this tournament, and still plenty of time on this stop clock here, so they won't be too panicked. But a 3-goal ball game when you've only got 2 in the first 3 quarters.
Here's Rayo. Now Duffy at X, watched by Wiggins. Nuri might come and set a screen. Duffy trying to draw a call, not going to get it. Nuri at X. He splits. Pushed back there by Hiltz. Up top, Rayo. Backside, Shanahan. He spins. Rayo, step down, hitch fake. One more. Shanahan, save Manning. Up ahead to Chico. Ball's over his head. It'll bounce to Kilrain. Kilrain to Duffy at X. Running on Wiggins. Duffy runs through the stick check. Up top, Spidell. Shanahan and Kilrain will go for a change.
And another huge save there by the keeper in Grayson Manning. Almost putting himself up as the player of this game so far.
Shanahan to Millen, watched by Hiltz. Trying to back his man down, skip past Rayo, flag thrown, save Manning! Hydration break coming, but when we come back, Canada will be man down, the Americans on the man up, but they trail it 5-3. Let's go between the benches. Shendell Oliver, what says you, my dear?
What a game we have. Numbers are starting to fall on the scoreboard now. Just a quick thing to note, the US have only scored once. They didn't score for the third quarter and have scored once out of their 2 goals. They have scored, sorry viewers, have only scored once, not on a 6-6. So yeah, interesting just to see how that has been played out. There's about 9 minutes left to go in this game. Canada hold on, or have they already put the US away? It's a big game right now between Manning and Jamison between the pipes. You can hear the US coaches continuously yelling at their defense to get on their hands. Right now, it's in favour of Canada. Score is 5-2. We've got an absolute nail-biter here at Jeju Island in Korea, and we'll send it back to you boys to call out the last 9 minutes.
Thank you, Shendell. It has been a dominant performance by the Canadian defense, Tony.
Absolutely dominant, and it's been led by the man who holds up the castle in Manning. He has been sensational back there. I've got him for at least 10 saves in this contest, and 10 really good saves. So, but they've got to hold up here again. USA will not give up this fight.
9:14 to go in regulation. USA starting on the EMO. It'll be Rhett Chambers with possession on the far side. Duffy at X. Cardillo right in front of us. Shanahan in the middle. Spidell and Millen up top. Spidell will find his familiar place in the middle of the defense. Duffy, backside look, picked off by Noah Manning. Manning will escape out the back.
And not only is he making saves, he's picking pockets out there as well.
Near side Parker Sorensen. Canada gonna try to kill some time off here. As Manning's got Spidell hung up. He'll float it into the interior. Luke Robinson. Robinson, far side. Running over center is Sam Trumbull. Trumbull watched by Robbie Hopper. And he's able to get away from Hopper, and he'll lose it out of bounds. Timeout called by Canada before that happened, though.
As the timeout happens here, and the Canadians just get a little bit of respite, a little bit of water on board for the last few minutes here as we hit 8 minutes and 27 seconds. And they are looking to run on top of the ground here. Now, Teddy, do you think they're going to just hold up with this lead and try and take some time off this clock? Or are they going to do what they've done this whole tournament, Canada, and get out and play and ball it out?
You know, I think the way this Canadian team is built, I don't think they want to sit on it. I think they want to continue to go to the rack, knowing how potent this American team is, Tony, with all the talent they have out the front side of the ball. They cannot sit on a lead. It's only a 3-goal lead. Nothing is safe against this American team. You need to continue to go to the goal and continue to play through the final minutes of this one.
Well, we've got 8 minutes and 27 seconds to decide a gold medalist. At the moment, Canada just have a foot in front. But do not give up the running race, Teddy's saying, because otherwise you'll maybe just crossing the line second.
As one of my longtime coaches and a Canadian Hall of Famer, Chris Hall, used to say, what's next, what's next, what's next? Only focus on what is next. And what's next right now for Canada is a vital ball possession on the far side. Still 13 seconds to go on the penalty to Lucas Fraser. So Light and Kilrain will double David Peterkin on the far side.
We've seen this before. So look in the windscreen, not the rear vision mirror. What are you saying, Ted?
And Peterkin wisely will roll it back, and then Canada loses it. Turnover.
Little slow to get up there too, the Canadian defender.
Yeah, it's Logan Fletcher. I like the play to switch the guy through the midfield and roll it back to the pole, but he just couldn't hold on to possession. Now the Americans have it back to even strength.
Transition ball.
Bobby Hopper! Blocked by Manning.
He has been huge in the cage.
Peterkin up the ladder. Running is Logan Fletcher. He'll go back to Reese DeChico. DeChico keeps his feet moving, gives it off to Frateroli. Flipped it back up top. Luke Robinson.
And the
Rathwell.
Sorry, Teddy. The US have to push out here. They need to turn this ball over.
Yeah, they're going to have to start to extend. Maybe a couple more possessions before they start sending Patrick Jameson out so they can double the ball. Rathwell running on Charlie Packard. Skip to Frateroli. Americans want a moving screen. Not going to get it. Robinson. Packard on his back hip. Robinson turns the corner. Luke Robinson, twister over top of the cage. That would have been a near dagger if that had gone in. Now Patrick Jameson looking to clear his cage. Americans are going to double here. Now the Canadians got to move their feet. Ball flipped towards the middle, loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? It is the goalie, Jameson. Patrick Jameson looking to run here.
Is he the one that that lights the spark that sets a fire?
And the Americans call timeout. 6:30 to go.
And there's whistles on the play here. Offside. Offside on the United States, and they've used a timeout. Is an offside, so, and the USA are furious, the coaching staff. And Canada will start the ball from the defensive end here, Teddy, and we've got another whistle on play. So they're just going to a timeout here to the USA, and they are not happy at all, the coaching staff for the US right now. There is discussions aplenty going on. But what we do know, they're not going to change their mind. Offside on USA. They called the timeout. They won't be charged with that one, but Canada, they'll start the ball from their back end with about 6 and a change to go in this fourth term.
He's Tony Watts. She's Shendell Oliver. My name's Teddy Jenner. Thanks for tuning in with us here on World Lacrosse TV. Again, you want to get a hold of us, find us online. I'm at Teddy Jenner. He's at Tony Watts 71. And Tony Shendell, secretary, apparently. So if you want to say hello to her, just message Tony.
That's the way we work in Oz. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Robert Lewis II saying a little humble brag that his friend Lucas Littlejohn has scored twice for Canada. Katie from Canada's introducing her girlfriend to World Lacrosse. Thanks for growing the game, Katie.
And I've got Alison Davies online. She says, great job commentating to all of you.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate all the efforts here by this commentary team. It's been a big 10 days as we've gone through 60 games between the three of us.
Got to give a shout out to the Korean broadcasters who have been doing every single game. No breaks for them.
They've been doing a fantastic, and he's still smiling.
And he's still smiling. Shout out to the Korea lacrosse staff who've been keeping everybody hydrated and safe here. The World Lacrosse staff, the officials, Scoop, the broadcast company that's helped bringing these games to everybody. Their cameraman who've been basking in the sun each and every day. The photographers, the officials. Literally, it takes a city of people to make a tournament like this go off without a hitch. And we are just 6.5 minutes away from it all being over. Canada with possession. Grayson Manning will sit with it. The United States in a floating 10-man. Manning passes to the middle. And running through center is Chris Rathwell. Rathwell got to be careful near center. The double team comes, splits the double, splits the triple. Great trail check, Mike Marshall. Now Marshall. And then loose ball. Erdman can't handle it, and he keeps it in play. Spidell can't handle it. Good check there, Sorensen. And it'll fall to Grayson Manning.
Which is what most balls have done today. They fell into the stick of the Canadian keeper at some point.
Parker Sorensen. 5.5 to go. Sorensen to Manning. Floating pass near side, Wyatt Wiggins. Wyatt Wiggins to Luke Robinson in the middle. Runs away from the check of Mike Marshall. Robinson keeps his feet moving. He's got DeChico open here at center. And he'll give it off to him. Reese DeChico matched up with Will Erdman. DeChico slips away from Erdman, gets into the offensive restraining box. Erdman, an empty, great save, Jamieson. Ball loose. Who's gonna come away with it? Littlejohn knocks it free. And we got a push called. Canada possession. Under 5 minutes to go. Final hydration break of this one. Catch your breath. Canada leading at 5-2. Nervous time here for the Americans as they're gonna have to start going all out.
And I'm getting excited here because it was Alison Dawson, not Davies, in the shout out. So apologies, Alison. We are watching an absolutely fantastic game here. We got the best seats in the house. And this is it. So 5 minutes with change to go in this contest. And no one has won this tournament since 1988 but one side. At the moment, that side is under a lot of pressure to keep that record.
Well, there's been a couple droughts ended in the world of lacrosse. The Coquitlam Adanacs ended a 48-year drought by becoming the first BC team to win a Minto in Ontario. Team Australia ended a 22-year drought when they won their first medal at this tournament since 2003, knocking off the Haudenosaunee for bronze. And now Canada trying to make history themselves, but still a lot of work to be done here. It's not over until the final whistle blows, and expect the Americans to be fully out in the double and extend on everything.
Well, we saw it in the first game in this Pool A tournament, Haudenosaunee, Australia. They were down by 3 with 2 minutes 22 to go and came back to border to golden goal. Have we got another one on our hands?
Stop saying that, Tony. You're driving me nervous bonkers here.
4:48 to go.
I know you love golden goal.
I love golden goal.
Of course you do.
You know why? Because it's golden.
Canada will start with possession. It'll be on the far side, and David Peterkin will be the man to take it. As usual, Sean Light and Quentin Kilrain will double them up.
Well,
Canadian fans cheering on the far side.
So Peterkin, he's seen this a couple of times today. He should know how to get out of it.
Well, it's not that easy when you got two of the best long pulls in the entire NCAA. He'll shoot for the open net and just missed. And Canada will have the backup. That's a smart play.
That's one way to get out of it.
Absolutely, especially when the goalie's out of the cage.
So you always learn in lacrosse. And he learned something there, Peterkin.
Swim move, past the double, ball knocked free. Thompson will flip it. Masnick diving, dunking! Scoring!
Canada through Masnick. Have they put a nail in the coffin here of the US of A? Canada go up by 4. With 4 minutes to go, they're going to need a goal a minute here, the US, to tie it up.
Watch this play. Grayson Thompson, a little flip. Masnick sidesteps his check, goes airborne, throws it into the open cage. His first of the game, could be the biggest of the tournament.
And you're just watching all the teams have come down to the ground level here, sitting in there. It is packed here.
We will have the closing ceremonies over on Field 2 once this game and the celebrations are over, so I hope you'll stick with us on World Lacrosse TV. Medal presentations, World Team, MVP, it'll all be announced here on World Lacrosse TV.
Oldman, another win out of the center. He's been fantastic today for Canada.
He has. He's gone up against two of the best the NCAA and the Americans have to offer. And Jack Oldman being taught by the great.
Oh, is that going to the cage? Oh!
They blew the whistle. I believe a timeout call by
Canada.
It had us both for a second.
That's a play. I saw that ball get released on the timeout, and it was heading towards the cage. Imagine if that had gone in. Still a timeout.
Still a timeout. Canada leading it 6-2. Under 4.5 to play.
So 3:56 exactly on the clock, Ted. Whoa, Canada looking to create history.
Chandel Oliver will have an interview with a player after the game. And then again, World Lacrosse TV will bring you the entire closing ceremonies right here, wherever you're watching from. Canada trying to hold on here. Grayson Manning has been absolutely phenomenal. The Americans have been full value, but they just haven't been able to find the final finish. And most of that is because of number 48 in red.
A brick wall. There is nothing more to say than that today. And again, when he wasn't saving them, he's picking pockets. You know, through passes, he's going, no, not in my house, thank you very much.
So again, expect the double to come from the Americans. Peterkin's gonna head over there to take it for Canada. Sean Light, and it looks like it'll be Mike Marshall this time. Now does Peterkin try to throw it towards the empty net again? Jamison Moore matched up with Masnick. Sorry, Patrick Jamison matched up with Masnick.
Well, you take that goalie away from there like that,
yeah,
which is just happening now.
Clear out. He can be back up for the shot if Peterkin does throw it. They're going to throw it at the empty net. It's picked off nicely there by Patrick Jamison. Now the Americans really got to go here. Pass throw near side. Quentin Kilrain. Cardilla gets across center. Colin Cardilla running on Lucas Fraser. It's Brendan Millen. Parker Sorensen all over him. Millen, rollback, shot, scores! There's one from Rhett Chambers. Don't go anywhere. 3:27 to go. And it's 6-3. And Canada just got to continue to play through here. That's a great job done by the Americans to find the open man in the middle. And he fires it far stick side past Manning.
Chambers, one of very few who has put one past the Canadian goalkeeper today there in Grayson Manning.
His fifth of the tournament, a big face-off here. Wambach, Oldman at the dot. American fans still trying to urge their boys on here. It's not over quite yet. Wambach's gonna win this draw right down the middle to Duffy, tucks it. And good defensive rotation by DeChico. Duffy up top. Robbie Hopper tucks it, shoots it. Oh, off the bar. Backed up by Millen.
3:05 on the clock, Teddy. Still an opportunity in stop clock here.
Duffy up top. Jack Schultz. Late man is Chambers, the most recent goal scorer. He gives it off to Curdilla. Curdilla gonna run on Sam Trumbull. Curdilla down the near alley, trying to turn the corner. He does, he shoots, he scores! Here come the Americans!
A 6-4 ball game as Colin Curdilla gets his second of the game. And we're back to a 2-goal game here with just under 3 minutes left to go. And the USA, their supporters have just lit up on the outer side, as has Colin Curdilla.
What a take from Curdilla. Got past his man, kept his feet moving, and just got Manning to duck just a little bit. And he was able to go to the top. Now another big face-off. Wambach and Oldman again. And Wambach's gonna win it again. Skips it, Duffy. He'll drive, stick in the head, no call.
And the US coaching staff were just asking whether that was a foul, please, sir.
Millen on the far side, pushed back by DeChico. Inside skip pass, good handle by Chambers. He's forced to the outside. Here's Curdilla to Duffy. Watch match by Wiggins. Duffy, fake the backhand flip. Up top, Curdilla. Shot, Chambers, put it wide off the target. Backed up by Millen.
2-minute mark, 2:05 left on the clock.
Millen will run on DeChico. Finalizer at X. Shot, nobody there. No backup. Canada ball as Millen took a heavy hit.
And Canada will run this ball out here, Teddy. No backup.
Hiltz will go back to Manning. Dicey play there. Now near side Wyatt Wiggins. Wiggins to Manning.
1:30 on the clock.
Manning. Americans are in a 10-man. Manning will go far side. High pass. Good handle there by Fraser.
Stall call on as well. They're going to move the ball forward here. 1:20 in the quarter. And the game.
He's got to go forward. Grayson Manning still with it. Has a man open. It's near side Rathwell. Can't go back inside the box. Going to throw it field side.
A whistle on the play. Illegal procedure.
On Canada for going back
in the box. Put a foot in the box.
1:06 to go.
And we've got a whistle here. Ball will start down on this restraining line. Just put a foot over the line there as he went to 1:06 to go. 2 goals up are Canada.
A little start right here with Owen Duffy. Wyatt Wiggins, who's been watching him pretty much all game. Duffy will split, gets to the middle of the field, skips it far side, Curdilla, drops his shoulder into DeChico, spins away, takes the shot, save Manning, loose ball DeChico. 48 seconds to go. DeChico just got to run to space.
And rolls it back.
Tucker.
Oh!
Tucker keeps his feet moving.
As we tick under 30 seconds here in this contest, Stall call comes on again. Got to go forward. They'll look for a bomb here. He's just throwing the up high and heavy.
Yeah, I don't like this.
But that gives a possession again.
It does.
So stops, clock is running. 17 seconds. Here come the US. Back down in the offensive end.
Great save, Manning at the end off Spidell. It was wide open.
11.7 seconds. They need 2 goals, and US call a timeout as we get a chance to say, take our breath here, Teddy. This is the way we would have wanted this contest to go. And it starts to, well, it comes down to 11.7 seconds and whether you can score 2 goals in that time. Plenty of opportunities had. And Grayson Manning That's a big save as well there. Standing up again.
Got just enough of it on that shot from Jack Spidell. So what do the final few seconds have in store here? Still time for Team USA. They will have possession in the offensive zone.
Well, you need a goal really quickly and then back to the center draw and a fast man break.
And they've won the last couple of draws, has Brady Wambach.
He has indeed.
But the biggest thing first, you got to score the first one.
That's probably the hardest. But stay strapped in here because 11.7 seconds can seem like a lifetime. Whiteboard gets rubbed out. Let's see whether it translates onto the field.
Canada leading the United States by 2, 6-4. Just under 12 seconds to go here in regulation of the gold medal game. The Americans have never lost a gold medal game in this tournament. Canada looking for their first ever gold medal at the U20s. It'll start with Duffy, matched up with Wiggins. Inside feed. Scores! It's a one-goal game.
What have we got here? 8.2 seconds left on the clock in a one-ball goal game.
Would you expect anything less from these two teams? Another one-goal game going down to the final possession between Canada and the United States.
Just took a one-step pass, as you see here on the replay. Just turns, puts it in the back of the cage there, Spidell.
You have to think that it was going to go to Spidell every time. Now the most important draw of this entire tournament, Oldman and Wambach at the dot. Who's going to win this face-off? Canada versus the United States, a one-goal game. Everything hands in the balance. Wambach wins it. Wambach, pass, Duffy, trying to find a pass. One more, shot, save Grayson Manning, and Canada wins it. Canada, for the first time ever, are World Lacrosse under 20 men's champions.
And what a save there from Grayson Manning right at the death knell. There was 1.1 seconds left on the clock when that shot went. And Grayson Manning tipped our hat.
What an unbelievable comeback by the United States. They had the chance. Wambach won the draw. Duffy found his man, and the shot was on target. But Grayson Manning, somehow, as he did the majority of this game, got his stick and body in front of it to make the final save and secure the victory for Canada. A historic win for the red and white. And a heartbreaking loss for Team USA. What a performance in goal in that second half by Patrick Jamieson, especially in that fourth quarter. He did everything to make those saves to keep his team in this one. Duffy, Spidell, they did everything to try and claw back into this one. A phenomenal performance by everybody, but a save at the buzzer by Grayson Manning seals it for Canada, and they are world champions.
So the first time since 1988, someone else will hold up the Under-20 World Lacrosse Men's Championship trophy. And that is, what's that? Let me go, 47 years. There's a lot of people sitting in the stands at 50 years old and plus who would have maybe played in the first one.
37 years, Tony.
Okay, I get ahead of myself. Maths wasn't my strong suit there, Teddy.
It's all right. What a performance. What a game. Another absolutely historic matchup between Canada and the United States. No matter the level, men's, women's, under 26s, you put Canada and USA on a field together, you're going to get drama, you're going to get fireworks, and you're going to get the best lacrosse you'll ever see, period.
Well, our teammate here, Shendell Oliver, is out there, and if I had to guess, I'm going that Grayson Manning might find himself in front of a camera very shortly.
He just might. He just might indeed. What a performance from Victoria's Grayson Manning. Gary Gates' club came here to try to do something special, and they were able to finish the job. I know Sean Natalin's crew is heartbroken and crestfallen, but they never gave up. They never gave in. They battled to the final whistle, but at the end of the day, it just was one shot too short. And Canada will take it 6-5 over the United States and win the gold medal.
Wow, that's all I've got to say here, Teddy. Wow. And that's what you'd expect in a championship game when you get to this level. And we saw the game earlier in the week when they played the first time. It went 7-6 the way of the US. And Canada, well, they just turned the table today. Outstanding effort. But how brave were the US of A? Right down to that last 1.1 second shot, which could have sent it into a golden goal.
Everything you would hope for.
Everything I ever hoped for.
So the fans are making their way over onto field number 2, where we'll have the closing ceremonies. The teams will go through the handshake lines, and an incredible show of sportsmanship. We'll hear from Grayson Manning momentarily, as he will go through the line, as will the rest of Team Canada. What a lacrosse game. What a tournament, Tony.
That is epic. And there have been some unbelievable games in this tournament for 2025 here in Jeju Island in Korea. And there is none better than that to put the dot on the exclamation mark.
We had 2 shutouts. We had 1 golden goal game. We had close games. We had some not so close games. But at the end of the day, when you want the gold medal on the line, you want Canada and USA going toe-to-toe for 60 minutes, and just absolute scenes here on Jeju Island.
Well, that was 2 prize fighters right there, and they traded blows for 60 minutes. And 60 minutes standing up.
Shondell Oliver is with Grayson Manning.
Grayson Manning, the man of the hour, the netminder for the Canadians. Has it sunk in yet that you are now a world champion and history maker?
I don't know. This might take a little while, but I'm just so proud of this group, proud of this team, proud of every one of them. And, you know, we haven't won one of those yet, so to get it done and create history, it was pretty cool.
And what do you think were the biggest factors for success for this group?
I mean, I think we were just the tightest team here in the tournament. You know, we all came from different spots of Canada, but once we got in LA and flying out to Japan and then here, we kind of just locked in and everyone got to know everyone, and I think that's what eventually brought us home. So
amazing. Well, go and enjoy the win. Congratulations. You're now gold medalist and world champion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shondell. Thank you, Tony Watts. Thank you to the entire Scoop broadcasting crew. Another incredible world championship is in the books. Canada wins it, and we'll go to Shondell Oliver, who's with Canada head coach Gary Gate.
Coach Gate, I know this isn't your first gold medal, but tell me what this feels like. You've just made history with your group.
Yeah, absolutely. This group stuck together. They were tight-knit, they were gritty, and they got the job done. And this is the first championship at the U20, U19 for this Canadians in general, and we're just so proud to be the first and to be setting a trend and showing that we're developing as lacrosse players, both field and box.
Yeah, amazing. And what do you think were the key elements to your strategy and success?
It was just the players executing, you know, just doing what we asked them to do. They played an incredibly smart game. We made lots of mistakes, but we responded and made some plays. But just, you know, everybody had bought into the team plan and the team system, and they all committed to it, and they played with grit and heart and come out champions.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously winning a gold medal is a highlight, but any particular highlight throughout the game, or was everything a highlight?
You know, that last whistle was the highlight when you're up by 1. Grayson made the save, and game was over. That's the highlight. This is, you know, my third U20 team, and it's been a long time coming, and I know a lot of our staff has has been here several times before, and this is our first one, and we're just going to enjoy it and celebrate it.
Yeah, please do celebrate. Congratulations, you're a gold medalist, a world champion coach. Enjoy the win.
Thank you very much. Fired up. Go Canada.
Thank you, Shundell. Thank you, Gary. I know Paul's probably watching back home, and he's as thrilled for his twin brother as everybody back home in Canada is as well. For one final time, for our entire Scoop crew, for everybody at World Lacrosse, for Shundell, for Tony, my name's Teddy Jenner. Canada are world champions with a 1-goal win over the United States in the gold medal game. Until we speak again from Jeju, stay safe and be excellent to each other.
Mr. Bob DeMarco, President of World Lacrosse, Mr. Ryan Park, Event Director and Board Member of the Korean Lacrosse Association, Ms. Steph Michelson, Board Director of World Lacrosse, Ms. Sally Barker, Board Director of World Lacrosse.
History, boys! History!
First, we begin by honoring the 10 members of the World Team, which recognizes the top individual performers of the championship. At attack, Team Canada, Max Predalorli. Team Canada, Jared Nesmith. Team USA, Jack Spiral. Thank you. You may now. You may now move to the side of the stage while we announce additional members of the world team. Now at midfield, Reese DiCicco from Team Canada, Colin Curella from USA, Luke Robinson from Team Canada. At defense, Quentin Killing from Team USA, Parker Sorensen from Team Canada, Luke McCallum from Team Australia. And goalie, Grayson Manning from Team Canada. Congratulations to all members of the world team. We'll now announce which of these 10 athletes has been selected as the most valuable player of the World Championship. Your 2025 Men's U20 MVP is from Team Canada, Grayson Manning. What a performance by Grayson Manning. You may now return to your teammates. It is now time to right. Next, we congratulate and invite the members of Team Canada to the stage to receive their gold medals. Let's hear it again for the 2025 World Lacrosse Men's Field 20 Championship gold medalist, Team Canada! We'll now honor Team Canada with the playing of their national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, World Lacrosse President Bob DeMarco will now offer closing remarks and present the championship trophy.
Wow, what an incredible 10 days here on Jeju Island, highlighted by a nail biter again when U.S. and Canada play. On behalf of World Lacrosse, I want to thank our athletes, our coaches, and our officials. I also want to thank our families that are here, our friends and fans, for your support during the week, during the 10 days. Thanks also to the participating teams. We had some unbelievable games, especially when you see the later games for playoffs. They're all nail-biters right down to the end, the last couple of days. So some great events, but the entire 10 days, they were fantastic. And a special thanks to the Korea Lacrosse Association. Jeju Island, you people have memories of Jeju Island forever and ever and ever. And also the Republic of Korea. You welcomed us with open arms, and you didn't fail. You were here for us every step of the way. So now, it's my honor to present the World Lacrosse Men's U20 Championship, the Tom Hayes Trophy, in honor of a very close friend of mine. I'd like to bring up the captains to present the trophy to Lacrosse Canada.
Guys! Give it to the coaches! Give it to the coaches! Way to go, boys! Coaches!
Congratulations once again to your 2025 World Lacrosse Men's U20 champion, Team Canada. Now, Team Canada, please come out to the stage for your team photo.
Yes. Yeah, okay, good.
Can I get one of our guys? Hey, Arya. Can I
World Lacrosse, the Korea Lacrosse Association, the island of Jeju, and the Republic of Korea. Thank you for being part of the 2025 World Lacrosse Men's U20 Championship. Stay up to date on the latest news on World Lacrosse and learn more about upcoming events. Visit worldlacrosse.sports. Please travel home safely, and we hope to see you soon at a future World Lacrosse event. Thank you.
cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, not so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls never tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch now, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees, came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Flow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but mans keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls never tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that.